when I grew up, we moved around a lot as a kid, and I mostly in Newport. And so I wanted a place for my family where they could have a sense of home and a sense of community. So listening to Ronnie's stories, some of which we probably shouldn't share on camera, but we had some really great experiences. He had some great friends. So when it came time for us to pick our home for our family, that's why we came to Bellevue. Ronnie and I met when he was in high school, so I got to watch him play on this field, watch him run track on this field. I ran track on this field. So, we spent a lot of time down here, and that's kind of neat to share. When Tyler was first born, actually one of the first places we brought him was down here to walk the track. So, that's why we picked this, because we love it. It's like a second home to us down here. So a lot of good memories down here. So it's kind of neat because even in the house that we're living in, he has memories from when he was a kid. So we get in the basement and they're scribbling on the wall, and it's his name.
Yeah, my buddy Carl's and Jessica forever, blah, blah, blah.
I love you kind of thing. So it's kind of neat. That history there is really neat. And now he can walk around and show the kids, this is where we hang out, this is where we got into trouble at. He had some of the same teachers that they had, so we were really lucky to have that history there. When you go to Grandview, and at least especially when the boys went through there, the teachers had been there forever. They had and the nice thing about that is they knew our family, they knew our community, they knew our history, but yet they were still changing to adapt to the way the education was changing. So, their experiences at Grandview were just absolutely amazing.
Our oldest went through all the ages. Kindergarten, we dropped him off. Preschool, we dropped him off. He was the one not crying, though.
I know. He was ready
he was the one that was just ready to rock. The other boys, they were a little, don't go, Daddy, Mommy, don't go. And make you feel like you wanted to cry because he's leaving them for 8 hours or whatever. But yeah, Tyler, like they say, this send your kid to this school because of the education. I feel like you can get the education you want if you want it. It's you can get it. And there's, my son got the valedictorian. He got a full ride scholarship.
He was one of the first to go into that dual credit option. He called himself the guinea pig, and that worked out well. He has teachers there, I think they don't get enough credit. So he has teachers that his first year of college, he still comes back to, and they tutor him and they talk to him on the side, Mr. Mack, and then he has another teacher that he had up there for his AP classes, and her graduation gift to him was a bunch of her notes from college for a hard class that he's got coming up. So I love that they still communicate that way. Of course, Mr. and Mrs. Mayer are just staples in the community, and they pray with him and talk him through anything that he needs. When they were at Grandview, the teachers there are absolutely phenomenal. So I may or may not be a hover parent, just a little bit, and they let me get as involved as I wanted. Lots of opportunity for parent involvement if you want to be there. Any concerns I had, whether they were reasonable or just me being a hover, they addressed them. They always take the time to answer, which I love. Even now, the communication, so, Miss Tatum sends out emails every week. I know what's going on. Or Miss Cohinger sends out emails. And that's a big piece for me, is that communication. Our oldest right now is leaving. Eventually, he's coming back, and that's how it should be. We tell him, go experience the world. Go travel. God help me, he's going out of the country next year. We'll have to let him go. But he has every intention of eventually coming back here because this is home. And that's what we've always wanted for our kids. We want a place where they can go and explore, and they always have a safe place to come back to.